Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a kind of a sneak peek into the new catalog that's coming out in January. I'm really excited. Um, they're letting everyone, even you, can buy this set. It's called Eden's Garden, and it is so pretty. It's one of those distinctive stamps that has, it's rubber, but, oh, I'm using most of them, but it will let you see all the dimensions and stuff. It is so pretty. Make sure that you leave a note that you're watching. And if you're watching live, then you can get into the drawing for today, and I will send you one of the cards I'm making. But first, let's show you the dies that come with it. So here's the dies themselves, and I love these. And then I have them all die cut out so you can see what they look like. And I love this. And this is what I want to do for all of my new stamp sets and dies, so that I can have something that shows me exactly what they look like when they're die cut out. So for today's cards, we're using every single stamp except for one. And that's only because it says, let's celebrate everything. And that's not what I'm doing today, is doing a celebration of something. So I didn't use it. But I wanted you to see that we are going to be using every single stamp except for one. So it's pretty exciting. All right. So make sure that you leave a comment so I know you're here and I know who's here. Okay, so we're going to start with one of my favorite colors, and that is Pacific Point. And I went ahead and did this strip through the greenery folder. It looks like this. Let's see if I can open. Oh, I thought I had it out. I do. I just don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. Huh. Okay, so it is like this. Hey, Joy. Hey, Pat. And it has just these green leaves on it, and it is so pretty. But so this is one of the things that'll be on there. So then we have Whisper White, or Basic White, and Pacific Point. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this and get it ready, and then use my bone folder to crease it. Okay, well, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this aside. And for the front, I've got this, and it's 5 1/4 by 4, and then I have the same one for the inside. So it's the same measurements. I usually do that front and inside. And then I am going to bring in this really cool grid paper that you can get with your Stamparatus. It is where you can wipe it off. And I thought this will be perfect. So now I can just wipe it off instead of wasting paper. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to use the Pacific Point ink and the big stamp that comes in it. And like I said, it's a rubber stamp, but if you kind of see, you can see how it has different shapes, or how it's a little different. So it's really pretty in how it stamps. So let's show you. So I'm going to put one, let's say right about here. And okay, let me show you that first one. Look at how pretty that is. How there is highlights, lowlights. It's just so pretty. All right, then I'm just going to bring in one over here. This is why I have it, because I'm making a mess. One here. And then let's bring this up just a little. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and wipe this down with my chamois, just so that when I bring it, or if I turn it over, it's not going to make a mess. See, isn't that nice? It just cleans it right off. I love this. Don't know why I haven't thought about it before. Okay, so oops, well, I might as well clean my stamp while I'm at it, though I could put this on my, which I probably will, on my envelope. All right, so now we have that. Then I'm going to bring in some leaves, which these leaves are so pretty, but I want to have one special leaf, this one right here, down here, because I want it to be, I'll show you later. It's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to do this one down here while I'm thinking about it. And I'm using Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to bring in, well, let's see. Let's put one right here. And then I'm going to bring in a different leaf pattern. Let's see. Let's do this one. They have quite a few leaves. I love it. You just want to bring in the green to go with it. And I'm going to put a sentiment here, so I'm not too worried about it. But let's do one more. Let's have it come in this way. Okay. Then I'm going to move this and come in with my tag, and I am going to have it say sending hugs, because I love that sentiment. Let's see. Oh, here it is. And I'm going to do that in Pacific Point. Let's see. That's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to close. Well, I'm not going to close it because I need it in a second. But I am going to bring in this. Let's do the one that I did earlier, the leaf. And I'm going to, I don't know whether this works on here as well. Stamp it off. And I'm going to test it on the back. Okay, that works. I've never done it with this kind. So I'm just going to stamp it behind just to give it a little bit of character on there. Now I can close this. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Okay, so I am going to cut the edges as I usually do because I didn't want it to be, and we can move that, a tag with where I have to put in cut in the middle and make it into a flag kind of. All right, so we're just going to do that. And then I'm going to come in with my blending brush, and I don't have a piece to, let's see how it works on this, just to wipe some off. We're trying all kinds of things today. Oh, that worked out pretty well. So I'm just gonna, because I'm doing it white on white, I'm just making it to where it's not white. So you'll be able to see a little bit of difference. And it is pretty blue. I love this color. Okay, so we're gonna move that back. Now I can close this for a second. Okay, so we're going to bring in all my pieces here. We're going to go ahead and put this on here, and I'm going to leave a little bit of a white, and I did make this deliberately a little long so that I can go ahead and cut it afterwards. I'm going to use liquid glue because that seems to do better once you've embossed. Hope you guys are doing well. You have to tell me what you've been up to. All right, so I'm just going to leave a tiny bit, even though the flower's on the other side. I still think it'll be pretty with a little white showing. Now, I didn't do this on my first card, but I kind of want to try to switch things up a little. Okay, so now that is like that. I'm going to come in with the ribbon that is white crinkled seam ribbon, and I'm just going to, it is such a pretty white. I want to cut this. How's everybody doing with this cold snap coming? My daughter or my granddaughter just told me about Minnesota, that they're getting a big cold snap. And I said, so were we. It's kind of funny because my granddaughter was talking to us, and my husband, her pup, said, why don't you come and help me bring in all my plants? Anybody that knows us knows we have a lot of plants to bring in. She thought he was silly, which I told her that's so true. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to put more tape over top of the ends just to hold it. I like to make sure it's not going anywhere. Okay. We're going to put this on. This one is the easiest. The next one will be a little bit more detailed, and the third one's a little bit over the top like I like them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, and I'm going to use a dimensional. Get out my handy dandy thing here. Let's see if I have. I do. Okay. I could use black. It's not really going to show, but I thought white would be kind of good. I'm not ready for the cold either. I've got my heater going full blast today. It's funny because the animals always like get right in front of it. You'd think they'd get a little warm with all that fur. Okay, so I'm just going to have this go at an angle, or as we like to say, jaunty angle. Just kind of gets hidden there. All right, but do you see this cute little pattern there? I am going to bring in, now, let me tell you about this suite. For a limited time, okay, you can get this is the Eden's Garden, and you can get the stamps and the dies, which I've already shown you, at any point. But just for the introductory one, they're only allowing us to get these for a little while, and it's really hard to give you a good glimpse on this. And I didn't turn on both of my lights. Hopefully it's going to be bright enough. But it's so pretty. And it's so funny when you look at this straight on up here, they're blue, but when you tilt it, they turn red. So it's pretty cool. But I'm going to use these right here with my take your pick tool. Whoop, I just pulled it right on out. Okay. And I'm going to use these and kind of line these up so that it's this on here, because I just want it to show. So pretty. And it gives it a little bit of bling, draws the eye down here. Now, this probably wasn't the right leaf one because I think I used a different one on my other one, but this one works. So we're going to go with it. Okay, so look at how pretty that is. Okay, now we're going to move on to the inside, which I'm just going to bring this one and make sure, because I had a scrap here, not sure why. And I'm going to bring this back in. I'll clean that off in a minute. And I'm going to use the Granny Apple Green again. Now, the reason I chose this is because they're in the same family. So you can always kind of, if you're not sure what might go with a color, stick with the family. You won't make a mistake. All right. So I didn't put anything else on the inside. Let me wipe this off because I will need it again. Nice, huh? Kind of tickled with myself that I thought of this. I'm always trying to save paper and stuff, so this works out perfect. All right, let me go ahead and do the envelope while I'm thinking about it. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing in the corner because it's so pretty. And then you can kind of get a good look at how pretty that is. Now, when we send it out, it'll be all set. All right, so this is going to go inside. Like I said, this is the simpler one. I'm making 3 today, so hopefully you don't mind. It's going to be a little bit longer, but you get to see 3 designs, so I think that's worth it. Because I couldn't stop at 2. It was just too pretty. This suite is gorgeous. All right, there's card 1 down. Now we are going to move this stuff. Let's go ahead and clean this because we're going to be using different colors. Love my chamois. Okay, I think I already cleaned that one. All right. So we're going to be using evergreen and gold because I think they go so good together. All right. I'm going to push these aside because I wanted to show you first before we get into the card, which is almost too late, but not quite. I want to show you the DSP that you can get along with those diamonds. All right. So I've already gotten into 2. They have this beautiful gold inlays on them. This one has just dots. I don't know, let's see if you can see that. Dots of gold. It's not really showing up in the video, I don't think. But believe me, it's got dots. It's so pretty. Okay. And then we have, let's see, this one. So one side has the gold and the other side is plain. So if you don't want to do the gold, it's all okay. All right, let's see. We have another one with gold. And this, just so pretty. I had to get this. So to let you know, I am going to do a class with this where each person that signs up gets to get 6 by 12 of all of this paper, and you get 2 sheets of each, but also get the bling, the diamonds. So that is, let's see if I can find more. Oh, they're right here. So you get, for the cost of the class, which is $34, you can get the paper and this and the 3 cards done. So I think it's a steal because you get a lot of goodness. All right, so let me put this back. I'm just going to stick it aside for now. All right. Make it look like I have a clean area. All right. So I started with a piece of 4 1/4 by 11, I think. Maybe I didn't. Let's see. I think I did. It just looks different because I have it cut. All right, so then I cut about 1 inch off the bottom on just the front because I want it to have this beautiful inlay here that you can get with that die. So let me cut off. This is how it comes. So you just have to trim it off and work with your piece after. So I'm not going to need this whole piece, but I wanted to have enough to work with. So I'm just going to go ahead, and this is going to go on the bottom. I'm just going to trim this off because I want it to get attached about like here. So we're going to go ahead and trim this. All right, so what we need to do is put some tape along this edge. So when we close it on there, make sure it's good. It's just going to go right on there. All right, so I'm going to have it go up a little bit. And close. All right, so then we have, that's so pretty already. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. All right, so then we have, I think I did this a little different than I did the last time because I think this went up here. Oh, well, we're going to do it different today. All right, so Now we are going to, I have a piece of, let's see, where did I put it? Oh, right here. Of the Evening Evergreen. I'm just going to lay it on here so that it hides this seam. I don't want it to show. So we're going to go ahead and put tape on here. Now, I did not do a blog post on this because I want people to sign up for my class. So I'm hoping that you will want to come to the class, and then you will get the PDF with everything listed. All right, so now that looks pretty on both sides. And we have that. And then I'm going to come in with, I wanted to use this paper with the gold on it. I really wish you could see it. It's so pretty. Is it focusing okay? Because I know that I came a little bit closer this time than I did the last time, but I wanted to have it be a little closer so you could see better. But I'm hoping it's not struggling to focus. So this is gold foil. So you guys will have to let me know if it is having trouble focusing. So pretty. All right. And then we have this paper, the DSP, that goes on top. I mean, wouldn't you love to get this card? Oh, good. Thanks, Joy. All right. One of the dies is this really pretty piece right here. And that's the good part, is all the stuff that I absolutely love, other than the DSP. This DSP I will miss. But all the dies and stuff are going to stay. So that's a good thing. So we have this piece, and then one of the dies cuts out some leaves. Now, I did cut it out with the linen paper. That's also something you can buy, or cotton paper, I'm sorry. But I was like, I wanted this to be a little bit more substantial. So I decided to just use that. Okay, so then I thought I had my little piece here. Okay. We need a piece of white that I can use as, I'm going to run. Nope, I think here it is. Never mind. I got it. Okay, this might be too thin, but I'm hoping it's not. I'm going to do Hello There because I think that's really pretty. And Evening Evergreen. Good, Pat, thanks. I appreciate it. All right, so let's hope that I can get this on here well. And not have it be, oh my gosh, it's not too crooked and it went on there perfect. That doesn't happen all the time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. And let me tag this in because I don't have it tagged, but I have the other side tagged. That looks so good. Okay, I'm going to do this one just a little closer because it's close on this end and I like it to match. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put some tape on there. I love anything with script. I've told you that before. Still true. Okay. Not that I have good script, because I don't. All right. Now, I wanted to use the diamonds because of course I did. And I wanted, let's see, take your pick right here, to use these gorgeous ones. And I'm just going to have them go kind of like in the middle, straight. That looks good. All right, let's do this one. Hoping I get it right. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So we are going to go ahead and put dimensionals on the back because I want to put the, I'm going to go ahead and use, well, no, I'll just use the rest of the white. I was going to use the black. I know, Pat, you know, I don't always get it perfect. So it's always nice when that happens. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take this backing off. And then while the backing's off, we're going to go ahead and put this on because I want it to be straight. Let's see, do a couple there. Whoop, we need to do a glue dot. Let's see. Here, and then I want one coming down on the bottom, and we already have the dimensionals there, so that works. Okay, but since I covered up some of my dimensionals, I want to put some glue dots on there just to make sure it's going to stay put. You know they stick good if you can't get your finger off of it. All right. And this is going to go right here in the middle. I love this. Okay. Look at that. So pretty. Okay. So you'll have to tell me, this is my first one, and I had this all showing at the bottom, but I really kind of like it being hidden. So, whoops, this way. So you'll have to let me know. I'm going to put white under here so you guys will be able to really tell me. But I need to do a little stamping first. So I need to bring this in because I'm coming in from the corners. And I'm going to bring in a bigger leaf pattern here. And this time I am using the evergreen. I know it's not really coming in at the right angle, but it sure is pretty. Oh, love it. All right, and then I am going to do the "My heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything." I love that. So pretty. Okay, it's off a little bit, but it's handmade, right? All right, put this aside for a second. Now I made this a little bit bigger because I want it to be where it comes down and you can peekaboo through. So it's going to be just a tad bit bigger than what I would normally have, but it should work. Whoop. It needs to come in just a little bit more. There we go. All right, so that's how it, let me show you again the one from before. This one just seems, this one seems more in your face with this. This one just looks more elegant. At least that's what I think. All right, so we need to do the envelope. So let's go ahead and stamp that leaf like we did before. Because when I mail these out, I want them to be pretty. So we're just gonna do like how we usually do and just make it look like they're all behind each other. All right. So number 2 down. Beautiful. Love this, love this. Okay. Now for the over the top one that I just had to do because, you know, I'm me. So I used white. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. All right. All right, so I used the 4 1/4 by 11 again because, as my bestie Hetty says, it just makes it to where when you stand it up, it doesn't fall with the gravity. So I just go with that now. It's a Canadian thing, but I have adopted it. All right, so we're going to use the white. Then I ran a piece of, let's see. with our hybrid folder, I did not use the die that goes with it. I just put this in there and ran it through so you could see how pretty that is. I just thought it looked so pretty and elegant on its own that I didn't need to die cut it because I just want it white on white. Okay, then I cut out some of the DSP and I used some of the gold here, and I want to continue that. I want to use some of this that I've die cut out, but I didn't want to do it all without you being here. So I'm going to cut this across and go ahead. Let's see. I think I'm going to cut this off just a tad so the leaf is showing. All right, we're going to add a little bit onto the corner in a bit, but I don't want it to look like this square here. I just don't think that looks good. So we're going to go ahead and cut this, but I think this leaf is okay. So I'm just going to, there. All right, so then we have a little bit of this left over. I'm going to go ahead and cut just a little bit in a couple spots. We're going to do a little bit of surgery. Okay, so I want like this leaf to go here. So we're going to go ahead and put some adhesive here. I'll go ahead and put it on this corner too, because we will be adding to that. I just think it looks better if it goes all the way around, even though that is kind of cut off there. But see, I kind of matched the leaf here to that. So unless you're really looking, it's not as obvious. All right, there you go. So pretty. Okay, now I've got another one for the other side. I really like this die. I don't know that you can tell, but I think it's so pretty. And then we can pick which part we want for the bottom. And of course, add little pieces as we need it. Okay, let's see. I think, trying to see what would look good right there. I'm going to go with right there because I think that looks somewhat right, and then I'll cut into this. Like I said, we're doing a little bit of surgery. See, I didn't have to paper piece. That looks really good in that corner. All right, and then let's see if I can do the same here. Almost. Maybe it'll be okay. All right. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so I went ahead and I'm going to put, because see, that covers this perfectly, and it really goes well with these here. This goes so well with that. So I wanted to incorporate that and make it look elegant. So I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals. And I am going to use the black ones this time because you can't see them. And I have a lot of those right now. And the black ones are so nice too. Well, Joy, it looks like you're going to be one of the winners today. You'll have to start thinking about which one you want. Kind of sad I'm only going to give away one. That's okay. Maybe people are all out getting their plants inside. So Howie wants me to do that today. Doesn't he know I hate the cold? I mean, I've told him plenty of times. All right. So we're going to measure, or not measure, but try to put that right in the center. Okay, then I have the white done in that one die that I did in gold last time. And this time I'm going to do the dear friend, how are you? But I think I'm just going to do the dear friend. I'm going to grab a marker in the same color as what we've been using. And just do the dear friend. Because I don't think we need to say how are you. We can say that on the inside if we want. But I love the way that you can make it be whatever you want it to be. All right, but hopefully I'll get this on there properly. All right, I'm gonna huff. And, oh, I'm scared. Oh God. Okay, well, it's a little bit low, but I think it looks okay. What do you think? Well, hey, Allison, thank you for coming. I love this set. All right, so I'm going to bring in my thing here and another blending brush and my evening evergreen. And I'm going to stamp some leaves in the background because I just want the idea of them, but I'm going to stamp them off and just use them as a hint of having leaves behind. Oh, that is so pretty. And this one has little dots, so it's so nice. Whoops, I forgot to. Okay, that's fine. Right? Everything's fine. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just wipe this on here and go on my edges. So, Allison, where are you from? Because I think I give away cards and you enjoy, I think, unless anybody else shows up, are the two winners because I have 2 cards to give away. So you'll have some, I'm going to go ahead and go across this so it's not so white. But I do mail for out of state too. Texas. Yay. Okay. All right. So we have that. And then I went ahead and die cut another one. And I'm going to do a little surgery on this too. I'm just going to trim that off, and then go down the center. You don't really, you could just use pieces, but I wanted to make sure that I could make this to what it has a background to it. So I'm going to go ahead and run this through. Got to get the part that I didn't cut because that's straight. All right. Just want a little bit showing. There we go. Now we'll do the other side. I just think this is so pretty. Love this set. Okay, then I'm going to put some on here just to make sure it will hold. Now, of course, we will be putting dimensionals on the back to hold all this together. Whoop, it might help if I had it on the right one. So I'm just going to make this come out just a tad so it looks like it's back there. Now, you do have a little bit of areas that it's not covering it, but I don't think it's going to be too noticeable. Okay, so look at how pretty that looks with the background. I just think it looks so pretty. Oh, Colette, I didn't even see you come. Wow, great. So you guys, now we're going to have to fight over the who gets it. Who gets the freebies. All right. So I'm just going to put this all the way across. It's my leftovers. All right, but before I put this on, I am going to see where I'm going to put it, and then I'm going to put a strip of tape right there because I'm coming in with the gold ribbon. Now this is on back order right now, but it's so stinking pretty. I was like, I just want to use it. So I'm just going to, let's see, have it weave in and out, and then we'll put the other on top. So you can see the gold. It's so pretty and it goes so well with this. And let's have it finish going up because we started down. Okie doke. And then this will go right on top. So pretty. Oh, but we cannot forget, I want to put some bling on. Take your pick. Here it is. And again, I'm just going to do this on the sides just because I think it looks so stunning when you do that. Love this. And here. Then I want to use these that change colors. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I'm going to do a small one over here and another small one. You just got to have it be full of bling. Like I said, this is a little over the top, but that's how I roll. All right. Oh my gosh, look at that. Eee! Okay, then we're going to put dimensionals on the back. I'm just using all my edges here because that's works. I don't like it to sag. All right. Can't have any sagging on cards or anywhere on your person. Okay. One in the middle. And let's put one right here just because. Then we're going to stick this on the front. Oh, this is so pretty. So how many of you have made something and you're still shocked that you love it so much? I still get that every day. Every day when I recreate something, I'm like, oh my God, I made that. I didn't know I was creative until Stampin' Up! Showed me how. And now I get to experience this every day. We're having a joining special if anybody wants to join my team. Oh, look at that. Woo, so pretty. Love it. Okay, so now we need to do something for the inside. And I am doing something, well, let me just show you because we are running a little late on time and I don't think that I die cut it already for you, but we are going to go ahead and stamp on the inside and I'll do this part after. I'm going to do the sending hugs again because I just like that sentiment. And I'm going to do it straight on here. I never do that. I always have a layer because if you make a mistake, you're kind of stuck with it. But if I make a mistake, I can always cover it up with a layer. Okay. So if you ever want to join Stampin' Up, now's the time. It's $75 for $125 worth of product. All right, let me show you the inside, which this will be the one that gets given away because I did something special on the inside. I did that around it. I just think that looks so pretty. I agree, Allison. You cannot. I mean, life is too short. If you want to go over the top, go over the top. All right, so we have 3 cards here. You can pick which card you want, and then it will get mailed to you if you are the winner. And Pat's going to do the drawing. And we'll see who gets to win. Yay! So pretty. I hope you guys like this and that you come back next week because I just have too much fun and I want to share it with you guys. And I'm not too preachy. Don't try to sell you too much, but I do love to do this and I love to have you come. Okay. So, yes, I like the frame too, Colette. So, Miss Pat, who are our winners today? We might have to wait just a second. Which card do you guys really love? The really simple one was the stamping. The one with the pretty flowers and just the border, though I think we should show the second one because I like that one better. This one I liked better because I just think it looks more elegant. Yes, every week it's the same time, except for on Thanksgiving because it's on a Thursday, and I don't know the Christmas is on the Thursday. I'm assuming no, it's not. It's the same time every time. And I totally put this on crooked. I'll have to undo it and put it on. Yes, same day and time every week so that you can come and we just do usually 2 cards. And some days when I have too much inspiration, I'll do more. And I do paper pumpkins on the last day of the last Thursday of the month. Oh, so Allison and Colette, you guys are the winners. Yay! So you'll have to, oh, hey, Gail, you'll have to let me know what your addresses are, and I'll get them out in the mail tomorrow morning. And we will, the hello there, this one. Yes, I love that one too. I will fix this one so it's not crooked, but it is gorgeous. And Colette, you'll have to let me know, but go ahead and my email is tedderbearstamping@gmail. So just send me an email with your address so you don't have to put it out on the public eye, and I will mail them to you. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate that, and I hope that I see you again next week. This was fun. I hope you enjoyed it too.